on this screen here, you'll see the part that we're going to be programming for CAM operations in index 4-axis machining. I want to draw your attention to this circular icon at the top here, and it shows a 4th-axis rotation setup on the table. You can set it up on the table or in the head. Typically, it would be on the table. So if you see right below the head, you see your axes here, machine axes. So this is your 1st, 2nd, and 3rd axis. Your z-axis obviously is your 3rd axis. And then your 4th axis is on the table, and it points along the positive x-axis. Now, you can set it up positive y-axis, negative x, negative y, whatever your machine requires. In this case, we're just going to be doing a standard 4-axis setup when the 4th rotational axis is pointed parallel to the positive x-axis. Okay, so we'll show you that when we get to part up. The actual part is a table leg. We're going to be putting this square stock on the 4th axis, and we're going to be programming each side of this table leg completely finished on the 4th axis. Down here, the CAM operations, I just have a list of the operations we're going to be looking at. Actually, for this part, you can program this in 3-axis or in only 2-axis. And I think we'll have time, we'll probably be able to show you the 2-axis as well. But here's a list of some of the operations that we're going to be using in each of the indexed positions. So as far as the 4-axis mechanisms go, we're going to be introducing rotate table setups, which is going to be rotating the 4th axis, fixing it in that position, and then we're going to be performing hole drilling, 2.5-axis engraving, profiling, and 3-axis horizontal roughing and finishing in those indexed fixed orientations. Okay, so if you take a look at the part here, we have it just a square stock. And we have, from features wise, we have some dowel pinholes here. We have a decorative scallop that goes along 2 sides of the leg. And you will also notice that the profile of the leg itself is not straight. So it's got curves here on this side, and then it's got tapered walls on this opposite side. So let's go right into the part, and we'll get set up for 4-axis. So for the profiling operation, let's just go to the top view here so you can see it. You'll see that I used XY stepovers. Let's go to the cut parameters. Okay, so we have a total cut width of 3.35. So it's going to basically do a roughing operation, then it's going to do the final finishing operation. Let's go ahead and simulate that. So it's doing 2 passes. Let's just slow that down just a little bit. And this is just a 2.5-axis profiling operation. So now we have both those sides programmed. Okay. And another profiling operation just cuts out this little area right here. Okay. Since it's 2-axis, we can't wrap around the cylinder. We're just going to cut as deep as the top of the cylinder. Let's just simulate that. Okay. Okay, so we did the relief there on the end. And we did our rotate table setup. So the orientation is downward now. And we're using the same profiling operation to do the reliefs. Let's go ahead and simulate that. Okay, let's rotate this up. And we're going to go ahead and do our standard drilling while we're in this orientation. Okay. Now we're going to do another rotate table setup. With the z-axis pointed in this direction. So we have another standard drill operation. We have our exact same profiling operation. Okay. And we have our profiling operation for the relief area. Let's go ahead and simulate those all together. Okay. Okay, so we still need to do our engraving on the opposite side. So we add another rotate table setup. And with the rotation angle set to 90 degrees. Okay. And we're going to do our profiling operation to relieve it on both ends and the same engraving operation. Let's go ahead and simulate that. There. So that's programmed at index 4-axis machining using only 2.5-axis operations.